The sun rises, trees cast shade, water rolls downhill, and YouTube artist censorship what Scott Steiner is to incoherent wrestling promos. Look, I've been well aware since even before Alex Jones was jollied off the fucking platform that they'd eventually punch my number and kick me off this increasingly homogenous shit show. Being on YouTube the last 5 years is a bit like being at a dentist's office waiting on a triple fucking root canal. I mean, you know it's gonna happen, you know it's gonna suck, you know more or less exactly how it's gonna go down, so all you can really do is stock up on pudding and popsicles, sit there and scroll on your fucking phone until it does. And sure as shit, it looks like it's my turn at the game of Marussia Roulette. This past week, not one, not two, but 3 separate videos were ushered off to the Google Gulag, and my channel received its very first strike in its 13 fucking year existence, which is your first clue that the problem isn't me, it's fucking YouTube. The reason? Misinformation. The appeals rejected. Anyone reading anything into the fact that Biden begged social media companies to censor his political adversaries because it would be unconstitutional for him to fucking do so? So then, the very same week, shitloads of wrong thinkers were hit with simultaneous misinformation strikes on YouTube? No reason, just went ahead and thought I'd mention it. Weird. I'm old enough to remember when Trump signing a toothless executive order to stop social media censorship was somehow fascism. So what the fret-flippin' fuck does that make this? Shout out to Styx and all the clankers by the by. Appreciate the signal boost on my alternate channels, because fortunately for the Razor Force, I saw the censorship souffle beginning to rise many moons ago. In fact, I opened my very first alternate channel all the way back in 2010. So in the event the Google guillotine doesn't last fall, here's where you can all find me. First and foremost, as you know, Unauthorized TV, where you can not only support us directly, it's also the home of fellow wrong thinkers like Owen Benjamin, legendary Batman writer Chuck Dixon, and Stefan Not an Argument Molyneux. In addition to all the shit you already received on YouTube, I unleashed 2 separate exclusive series there. A weekly podcast entitled The Razor Force Offensive, whose new season is starting up soon, by the way, and The Depths of DS9, which is halfway through season 3 at the moment. Yes, it is behind a paywall, a very, very low one, and I understand perfectly if penny pinching precludes you from supporting us there, particularly in the age of rampaging Bidenflation pounding us all in the fucking pocketbook. But for the rest of you, or any bemoaning content being paid at all, I just ask you entertain the following consideration. In 2022, the eye of the censorship shitstorm, with Google offering free accounts that then must silence their beliefs, content, and even mild profanity, while secretly selling your private info to the communist Chinese, or, as January 6th showed, even to an intelligence agency in violation of your constitutional rights and their own end-user agreement, I think we can all agree nothing is more expensive than free. As much as I wish this were the same website that proclaimed broadcast yourself when I first joined in 2009, and as much as I continue to conduct myself on those terms and will not stop until they forcibly fucking remove me, we're all wise to what's going down here. We've been heading there for a fucking minute, and now the future is here. In short, if you're not paying for a product, you are the product. Paywalls suck, I agree, but the cost in privacy and autonomy on so-called free sites like YouTube has made my decision for me. If you can't or won't follow me on Unauthorized, that's totally fine though. I still have alternate channels on all the free sites. Just bear in mind, given recent censorship scares on Getter and even Rumble, that their business model sadly is just as susceptible to the woketivist wankery that has befallen YouTube, so just watch out. So here goes, Bitchute. Now I've been on Bitchute for years, and I honestly love it. Feel free to subscribe, as some of my censored content on YouTube, including that film noir archives of The Third Man that I just can't get on here, is already available there. Bitchute.com/RazorFist, one word. I've been on DailyMotion since the early 20-teens. DailyMotion.com/The Rageaholic. I'm also on Odysee. Let me see if I can figure this out. Odysee.com, that's with 2 E's. Odysee.com/@RazorFist. And last but not least, the Razor Force has at long last arrived to Rumble. Rumble.com/C/RazorFist. Thank you all for following me, those of you that do. I'd apologize for the inconvenience, but Frankly, it's fucking Google's fault. They spent the last 5 years playing the Darth Vader to the Razor Force's Lando Calrissian, endlessly altering the deal and asking that we pray it isn't altered any further. Well, I won't be censoring myself for Google or goddamn anyone, particularly considering some of the removed videos were private, and I'm straining to understand how a private video is guilty of spreading public misinformation. Then again, tankies always seem to have an issue distinguishing between public and private. To quote myself from a stream some time ago, we're gonna have to make our own censorship-free platforms while not willingly vacating the existing ones. In short, make them deplatform you. I am not surrendering. I will continue to teabag these Bolsheviks until they drag me kicking and finger flipping off their fucking platforms. And when the inevitable day arrives, I'll see you on the other side, Razor Force. We now return to your regularly scheduled snark. God fucking speed.
This deal is getting worse all the time.